should I even upload this video because I'm just not feeling it.
I want it all. Want a better life, I want a world to know my name. I want it all. Run it in the game, boss, chick, flow, CEO. I want it all. Want a better life, I want a world to know my name. I want it all. Run it in the game, boss, chick, flow, CEO. And a ring. See, I've been trying for so long.
What's up, vecinas? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel and you like what you see, why don't you go ahead and stop what you're doing and subscribe to my channel so that you can stay up to date with all of my videos. I promise you, you're gonna get hooked. And if you're a regular here, hey girl, hey vecina, thank you so much for the constant love and support and for always coming back to check up on your girl. And in today's video, we're gonna be testing out some new drugstore makeup. The drugstore is not playing any games. I seriously cannot even keep up with them. So many good products on the market right now. I actually got 2 huge boxes from Covergirl the other day and I said, you know what? I have to do like a full face of Covergirl because number one, they rebranded and the new line looks really good, and I feel like they really have taken a lot of everyone's input and kind of been listening to their audience and really expanding the collection based off what everyone's been asking for. So I want to see if I want to see what's good with Covergirl. So while my hair is air drying, we're just gonna go ahead and play in makeup. So let's get started. Okay, so like I said, Covergirl sent me 2 huge boxes of product. The first box was just like lip stuff and eye stuff and a little variety of everything. It was a huge box. I went through it and I picked out my favorite things and I just kind of dumped it in this box because this is what I'm going to use for today's tutorial. The second box that they sent me was ginormous. This thing is heavy. Ugh, this is the second box. And it's so heavy because inside of it has the entire range of their new Matte Made foundation that comes with 40 colors. The ad with the girls on it. Okay, these are all the foundations. Oh my god, this thing is so heavy. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to match my winter foundation color and my summer foundation, and then probably give the rest away to friends and family, maybe hold on a few for giveaways and things like that. So besides the foundation, they also have primers in here, and it's 4 primers. One is to smooth your skin, the other is to neutralize color, pore minimizing, and illuminating. So we're gonna get into all of this. Let's get started with this look. Hello there. So I'm going to begin with their Pore Minimizer. It's Covergirl True Blend Base Business. And I am definitely gonna apply it over my pores because this little area right here, ideal. I kind of want to mix like all of them. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I also have a skin smoothing primer, and I think I'm gonna use a little bit of this. Like, I'm just gonna kind of experiment with all of them and see. Like, I'm gonna put this over the pore minimizer. So it does like smooth out the skin, but honestly, I would want like a primer that smooths out my skin and minimizes my pore at the same time. And I don't feel like either of these on their own really do that to the extent that I'm used to. So therefore, when it comes to primers, I would just say spend your coin. You know, Smashbox is one of my favorites. Even the J Manual Beauty one that I used in my last video, this right here is so good. And this, you know, like minimizes the pore and it makes your skin smooth. So I would just say to spend the extra money on a good primer. I also have these lightweight moisturizers as well. And so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix the skin primer with some of these moisturizers that I haven't done like a full drugstore face in a long time, so forgive me if I'm biased because I'm just so used to mixing up my products high-end and low-end, and I know what I like to spend my money on when it comes to like high-ender stuff to make sure that my makeup looks good. So okay, this is not bad. I feel like I have a little bit of a glow. Okay, so as far as the foundation, I picked out the color T10 and the color T30. So there's 4 rows basically, and within each of the 4 rows, there's about 5 foundation colors. And obviously they all range in like undertones. So this is from the 3rd row, and it is the first half of the 3rd row. So let's see, I'm gonna start off with the color T10. I feel like that might be the closest. I do love the shape of the bottle, and I love that it comes with the pump. Oh, look at that. I think that's kind of like a perfect match. What you guys think? Moving on to concealer, using the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Concealer. I think I might have put a little bit too much concealer. All right, guys, so I just finished blending out the rest of the concealer, and then I set it with my Laura Mercier powder. To be honest with you, I do not like the concealer at all. It is very watery. I honestly don't think it really does anything for your under eye. It's definitely not full coverage whatsoever. And if it's not full coverage, I don't want it. Like, even when I do like a no makeup look, I still use a full coverage concealer. I feel like under eye bags and just dark circles and all of that is like hereditary, especially if you're Latina. So I always try to use a full coverage concealer when I do, and that concealer was just really not cutting it for me. So anyways, moving on to the eyes, I'm priming it using their primer. It's called Lid Lockup, and I'm just putting some of that on there and then blending it in. So for the eyes, I'm going to use this Kitty Cat palette. It is from like their Katy Perry collab, and I just don't know what side of the palette to use. Like, I think I'm gonna stick right here in the middle to this color palette. I'm usually not a fan of drugstore eyeshadows, to be honest with you. There's just something that when it comes to makeup that I'm like, I know what I can and what I cannot get from the drugstore. It blends out pretty good. It is kind of creamy and smooth. There's just a lot of kickback when you put your brush in it. So I put on my brows using the Covergirl Honey Brown brow pencil, which I actually really like. It's really nice, and I feel like it just filled in my brows really naturally, and I like the consistency of it, so that I like. I just added a little bit more shadow. I added the same colors that I used up top on the bottom. Look at all the fallout that I have on my face. Like, that is no bueno. Like, that shadow is just, no. The fallout is really bad, and the pigmentation is, like, I'd rather just spend the money on a pricier palette to get the color payoff and not have to deal with the fallout. I bronzed my face using my Becca bronzer because CoverGirl didn't have one. And now we're gonna move on to highlight. And so they have these Vitalist Healthy Glow highlighter. Would not use these to highlight. I would use this as an eyeshadow base. I'm gonna highlight my face using my highlighters. These are from Urban Decay. This is their Afterglow palette. I'm just gonna mix like a bunch of these. For blush, I'm using my go-to from Milani Luminoso because I didn't really see a CoverGirl blush in there. And then for lips, they actually have some really pretty lipsticks. I think that might end up being like my favorite thing. The colors are really pretty when it comes to the lipsticks, and I feel like this is probably gonna end up being my favorite thing. Should we do like a neutral color to stay like neutral on the face, or should we do like a pop of lip? This is CoverGirl Melting Pout Matte. gonna put a tiny bit of this color in Insider, some from the Major shade. I'm gonna put a little bit of that in the middle. And then I'm gonna spray my face with the CoverGirl Look Lock Up All Day Setting Mist. I like the size of this. I feel like this would be really good for travel because it's 3.4 ounces. So this would be a good setting spray for travel. Alright guys, so my hair is dry and my makeup is done. And usually when I film these type of videos, I film like my makeup video in one and my hair video in the other. And then I make 2 videos out of it. But today, like, I'm not really too crazy about the way that my hair came out. And I'm also not too crazy about the makeup. Like, there's certain things that I like about it, but for the most part, like the full face together, I'm not crazy about it. So a big part of me sat down and was like, should I even upload this video because I'm just not feeling it? But then another part of me is like, no, like this is real life. Like, not every time that you do a wash and go, your hair is gonna come out exactly how you thought it would. And not every time that you do your makeup, which happens very often, it doesn't come out the way that you thought it would either. So it's like, why would I not upload this and show the realities of like life? You know, not everything is always gonna be perfect. And especially with social media, like you already see so much perfection out on social media. So how fraudulent of me would it be if I didn't just upload this video just like this and letting you guys know like, okay, I did this video, but to be honest with you, like, this is how I really feel about it. It kind of just takes me back to the fact that a lot of times we're so hard on ourselves, especially if you're like very driven and ambitious, how I am. Like, we're so hard on ourselves and we're so much kinder to other people. We show so much kindness to strangers and other people than we show to ourselves. So I'm gonna be kind to myself, and I'm not gonna keep looking in the mirror and be like, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, because obviously that's just gonna bring like my mood down, and I'm just really gonna be like, whatever. And I'm already like, because it's my time of the month, so I'm not even gonna go down that drain. Because how many times have you been getting ready and then you just get frustrated with the way that everything turns out, or you don't like your outfit, or you don't like this, and you know, you have some place to be, so it's not like you have all the time in the world to get it right. And because you don't get it right and then you start like beating yourself up about it, you don't even end up leaving your house and going out, and then you just end up like soaking all night. I don't like the way that this looks, and I don't like the way that this looks. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna stop it right here, but I'm also gonna be very real and upload this video and tell you that I'm not too crazy about my hair and I'm not too crazy about my makeup. This is just the realities of social media, unfortunately, like that. Yes, this is my job. So, you know, for example, if I don't put up this video, then that means that I have to refilm content for next week, and I'm on a super tight schedule because for the next 3 weeks I'm gonna be traveling every single week to a different location. Very crucial for me that I finish these videos today because I need them for next week. Doing this, it's a lot of hard work that goes into it. I'm really excited because in the next few weeks I'm gonna be filming videos for Biz Week. I am gonna have a blogging / business week on all of my social media platforms where I'm just gonna be sharing gems on like my journey, how I got here, you know, all the hustle and work and effort that it took to get me to where I'm at. I'm gonna be sharing all of that. But this is a big part of it. So like, for example, you know, you have a 9 to 5. When I had a 9 to 5, like I wasn't always on all the time. Like there'd be some days that I'm like, I really don't want to go to work today. I don't feel like going to work today, or I'm sick. Like I'm gonna call out and I'm not gonna work. And probably one of the biggest things that I miss about having a 9 to 5 is that you can't really like call out of this type of job. You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna take a week off and go on vacation and live your life without feeling guilty of like, oh my God, I didn't post for a week on social media. That's gonna bring my numbers down, and this and this and this and that. And you know, there's days like today I worked, but I don't feel like it is my best. But the reality is that I'm not always gonna be at my best all the time. This is kind of like a wash and go fail, a makeup fail in my opinion. But I'm posting it because I want to remind you guys that we're all human. And yes, I'm like such an overachiever, and I'm very driven, and I'm very ambitious. But there's even days that I'm just like, damn, like, oh, Like, I did my best, but I don't like the way that it came out. Because honestly, like, if I had more time, I probably would take off this makeup and go wash my hair again and do this all over. But I don't have time. And I honestly don't want to do that. Like, why? To be perfect? Like, with social media, you come on here and you always see me at my best all the time. All the time. Everything that I put out is like me looking like X, Y, and Z. And obviously, I try to be very realistic and I try to share both. Like, I try to share the glamorous Ada, but I'm also very aware of, like, I don't look like that all the time. So in my vlogs and my other stuff, you get to see like the everyday type of Ada. So yeah, guys, life is not perfect. Sometimes, you know, everything's not gonna turn out the way that you were hoping to, but at the end of the day, you still have to push through. Pushing through and getting things done and being consistent says a lot more than you doing it and then just giving up and not even trying because you didn't like the end result. Like, you gotta fall down and get back up and keep it moving. Why my hair came out like this, I honestly don't know. I did do a mask and I did you know, what I usually do after I straighten my hair to make sure that it bounces back, and it did. And you guys again are probably like, what are you talking about, Ada? Your hair looks perfect. But it is like a little frizzy in the front, and usually my curls kind of tend to clump together more, and that's the type of effect that I like in my hair. Like, I don't like it when the curls are like too separated, if that makes any sense. Like, I like when they clump together. Like, I like clumpy, curly, big hair. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I think I'm just being very anal right now. Like, I'm being one of those annoying curly girls that is like, my hair's not perfect, I don't like the way you look. That's so stupid. And then my makeup, I will tell you what I liked about CoverGirl. I do like the foundation. Is it a foundation that I would wear like for a super special occasion when I know that my face has to be like 100% beat? No, it's probably like an everyday foundation that I would wear because the coverage is nice, but it's not like full coverage and your skin still looks pretty. It still looks like skin. It doesn't look cakey. So this is probably like definitely a foundation that I would have like in my arsenal. Would it be like my go-to all the time? Would it be like top 3, top 5? No. But it's definitely a foundation that I would buy because I think it just looks really pretty. It just looks, it's like a really pretty like 9 to 5 kind of work foundation. You know what I'm talking about? Like those foundations that you buy and you're like, I'm buying this to like wear to work because I need to look like put together for work. But it's not necessarily the foundation that you're like, oh, when I do my makeup tonight to go out with my girls for dinner, I'm gonna put this foundation on. You know what I'm saying? So this is like, this is a good like normal everyday, like, you know, you need to put foundation on so that you can look like a human type of foundation. I like it. I like it's matte supposedly, but I think since I put like those luminizers on the bottom, it kind of made it glowy. So actually I really want to try this foundation with my Smashbox primers and see how well it does. And I really love the brow pencil. I love it. I think it's a great drugstore brow pencil. If you're on a budget, check out the brow pencil. I really like that. The concealer did nothing for me. I would pass up on that. The eyeshadow palette, too much fallout, not enough pigment. I feel like the eyes look, I finessed the eyes because I added a pair of Lily lashes, and I think that's why it looks like decent. But as far as like the eyeshadow palette and the concealer, it's a no for me. And the highlighter, I'm not too crazy about it either. I feel like these would be really pretty for like as an eyeshadow base, and I think that's what I'm gonna end up using them for, like a pretty eyeshadow base when you want like a super natural type of makeup look. And yeah, like, but I wouldn't really use it as a highlight because as you saw, like they just kind of sit there. They don't really, it really didn't do much for me. But the foundation I really liked, and the brow product I really liked. Those are 2 products that I can generally recommend to you. Everything else, oh, and the lip. I love the lip. I think the lip products, I had already swatched them before when I got the package, and I was really like, I'm like, all these shades are so pretty and they're so affordable. And it feels nice, like the matte formula feels really nice on the lips. It doesn't feel drying like a lot of these matte lipsticks are. And it feels very smooth. So my top 3 would be foundation, the brow pencil, and the lip color. Everything else I would pass on, but yeah, this is the reality of my job. Sometimes you have your on days where you on and popping, and then sometimes you have your off days. But I'm gonna go ahead and get dressed, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you guys what I do when my hair did not come out how I wanted it to, but I still gotta make it work, and my makeup as well. So I'll be right back. Okay, so at this point, I just don't even want to deal with my hair. I want to like tie it back. I want it out of my face, off my shoulders. Don't want to deal with it. Don't want to be bothered. So I'm just gonna pull it back into a messy low ponytail. I honestly think that the reason why I don't like the way that it came out has to do with the way that I applied the product. I think maybe I didn't put too much, or maybe I put too much. I don't know. I think that's why it came out the way that it came out. So I'm not gonna give up on this product combination so easily. I'm gonna keep trying it out and see if I can figure out the right amounts, because I do like the products. I have tried the product before and have gotten great results, so I honestly don't understand like why my hair didn't come out in a way that is something that I would usually like. My go-to style when I don't like the way that my wash and go came out is usually this, or I'll just twist the hair in the front. If the back looks good, which it does, like I will twist my hair, but I don't have any pinchos. I don't have any, what are they called again? Bobby pins. I actually need to buy a pack. So that's why I'm just gonna pull the hair back into a low ponytail, because I really don't have bobby pins. If not, I probably would have just twisted it like this and bobby pinned here, and then twist and bobby pinned. That's kind of like my go-to style, but today we are just going to slick her back. I love the color, it looks so good. It's the pony. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of edge control for the front, using Cream of Nature. Get up in here, up close and personal. I love it. I can't wait to wash it again tomorrow. And you know, hopefully I'll have results that I'm happy with. And then I'm just gonna throw out some hoops, because hoops just make you feel better about life. I have so many hoops. I have so many sizes. I have hoops in every size, every color. I also have these. Let's see which look better. You see, I'm already starting to feel better. Which hoops do we like? Do we like the, you know, thickums hoops, or do we like the big and skinny? Like, I have a rule for hoops. I don't know if you guys do this, but if I wear thick hoops, like, I like them to be kind of like a decent size if they're thick. But if they're big like this, I like a thin hoop. I love a big, thin hoop. I used to have a pair that was super fine and thin, and they were like bigger than this. And they just look so good. I just feel like a good pair of hoops will change your life. Like, come on. Okay, so should we do... Okay, well, there we go. That was the decision. These hoops won. They're staying on. And then as far as my makeup, I mean, there's really not much I could do. Obviously, I'm not going to take this makeup off because I have to go. But... you know, I'm gonna just make sure everything is blended. Anyway, thank you for watching this disaster of a tutorial. That was supposed to be 2 tutorials, because I usually split it up between a makeup and a hair video, but then I just put it into one because I'm like, this is just messy. The realities of life, not every day is gonna be a good day, but as long as you get through it, that's all that matters. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment below letting me know, what do you usually do when things don't turn out the way that you expect when it comes to your hair and your makeup? Do you just call it a day and have a fit? Do you take it all off and try to do it again? Or do you just say, you know what, we're just gonna have to make it work, because I gotta go, I gotta be somewhere, and I'm not gonna let this ruin my day and throw on your hoops and handle your business. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.